Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Mr. Dolphin here. Today I'm going to be showing you the bossy spots to get crystal early game and then mid game and then late game in the game. So the first spot is pretty much around the Highlands Northeast spawn, which is around 15 and 67. So to show you properly, I'm going to get in my Griffin. And you can literally walk to this one as level 1 character. The only thing you have to watch out is for the Megalonias, which are not very nice. And there it is. So this is the first spot you can actually walk to, and you can probably harvest those with a metal pickaxe or with a stone pickaxe. Those two nodes right there at 16 and 66. You can't miss it. Super easy to get those two if you're just starting, you're just below level 20, level 1, and then from there, if you go a little bit higher up, you can find a couple more nodes that you can actually walk into on the Highlands Northeast area. North area, my bad. At 1667. And if you feel a little more adventurous, you can go into the Wyvern Trench area. Or cave, which is also located as 17 and 67. So if you fly through here, you can find a couple things. There is sulfur, and there's crystal. Now, obviously, if you do come into this area, it's going to be extremely hot, so you need to be aware of that. You'll be taking a lot of damage from the heat. So this is the kind of place you want to come, kind of mid game, late game to the game, where you have like Gilly armor or Desert armor, or something to protect you from the heat. So we follow this cave. As you can see, there's a ridiculous number of crystals. And you don't have to worry about wyverns spawning. Wyverns do not spawn all the way down here. And you could probably even find some wyvern eggs, if I'm correct. And that's pretty much it. That's like the best place for early game, mid game to obtain crystals, sulfur, a little of metal, but mostly crystal. If you keep going up, then you'll end up finding wyverns, and that's something you don't want to deal with early game. Alright, so the last spot I'm going to show you for crystal farming is actually located at 8 in 23. Is the underwater cave north of the blue obelisk. Here's the entrance. And you will see a small number, I would say a fair number of crystals around it. Although the only way to get to this spot is most likely with a water dino or a scuba tank. However, there is squids and mosasaurus guarding the area, so you have to. If you do come here, you better bring a squid or a dolphin just to farm these crystals. So these large crystals are not harvestable. Fortunately, you cannot harvest them, but the small crystals are definitely harvestable. Are these berries? No, these are not berries. I can't harvest these. Okay. But yeah, you can farm the crystals here. And that's pretty much it. This crystals all around the area. All around this area. And the last time I did the man, I got like around 1,000 crystals, 1,500. It really depends on what kind of pick you're bringing, or if you decide to bring a mantis, although you have to have a lot of oxygen in that mantis to make it all the way down here. Or you can pretty much hatch an Ankilo down here and just have it in here farming crystals for you. 31 and 37, you can't really miss it. You can actually come here with a griffin and go to the entire part. Do the entire crystal run with only a griffin if you like. Well, I usually prefer to bring a quetzal and an Ankilo. So as you can see, there's a large number of crystals located here on the bottom section of it. There's also a couple crystals on the top. The only thing you have to watch out is for the level 400 dire bears. So you kind of wanna bother those guys down there. And if you go further into the cave, if you follow the path that takes to the Ice Queen and the Diver Massacre, you can find also a large number of crystals down there. So that pretty much covers that section of the cave. The other section of the cave you can actually fit through here with a griffin or a Pteranodon, and it's through this bridge. So if you follow this bridge, there is an entrance that leads to the other side, and you can actually fit through here with a griffin. I didn't know that until a couple of days ago. So there's also a large number of crystals here that you can farm. I would not recommend you, and I advise you not to bring a mantis or an ankylo to this part. I mean, up to this point, like if you come to this side, there's a chance that your ankylo or your mantis might get stuck, so you have to be careful with that part. But if you follow this path here, you will also find a large number of crystals. Let me get rid of this RG. There we go. And now I'm just gonna fly in, so to speak. And there we go. There's more crystals down here. And it's pretty much a large concentration of crystals here. This is the second entrance to the cave. And I actually don't need to break anything. Oh, now I do. So you definitely want to bring a pickaxe with you. And this is also the large area to farm crystals. Also oil, also some penguins and things like that. So let me get out of this section so I can show you the other way to get in here. So this entrance is at 30 and 35. You can't really miss it. It's also in the snow biome. And there's a large concentration of crystals if you follow this pad. I believe you can fit a mantis and an ankylo through here. There you go. So I personally consider this a late game crystal run because of how cold it is in here. I am wearing flak armor now, minus 33 hyperthermal insulation. So you definitely want to bring some fur armor to deal with the cold. And there's a couple crystals hidden in there in the terrain. And if I follow this path here, you will also find a couple more crystals in the floor. The only thing, like I said before, you have to watch out is just the dire bears. And that's pretty much it. And yeah, can come out from the other side. Very straightforward. Not too complicated. I would definitely advise you to, if you're a solo player, I would definitely advise you to come here with a griffin and farm some crystals with your pickaxe. Get in, get out. If you feel more confident, bring a Quetzal and a Mantis, or a Quetzal and an Ankylo, and it should be easy. Alright guys, I hope you guys found this useful, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.